Hello everyone. If you're here, I'm sure you know a little bit about our technical issues. We are trying to go live. She's gonna come now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it works because we've been trying. Okay, she's here. Okay, let's see if we can request go live. Accept. Is anything happening? Fingers crossed. It works here, so it can work. Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Finally.
What a journey.
That was like
This is how you know the live is gonna be fire because
It's like we're fighting against all the enemies and demons that do like literally we went to slay dragons to go live and have this conversation. This is incredible. But it's good to be here with you guys and thanks for hosting it on your channel. Donna, I can't see you by the way.
you can't.
No. And I know your face will be fire, so like that's like just a travesty.
Oh, because I could see Donna.
Is it connection?
Or maybe it's my tech. My tech just doesn't like me. It's like you living on Instagram all day, every day. I had to do the thing where it tells you, you know, I have a cap. 35 minutes on Instagram a day. And it told me like, you're done. And I was like, ignore me again.
How do you do 35 minutes?
Because I can't be on Instagram all day. I won't do all the actual work I've got to do. Well, I said ignore all day. And today it's like, well, you ignored me. So here we are. But it's so good to be with you both. Obviously, we've had the pleasure of chatting. We were talking it was last week, wasn't it? It was last week we called up. Can you believe a week ago? What?
No.
We're the Association for Black Engineers, and obviously we were missing you, Dr. Abby, Dr. A. We're like, where are you? And then we're just chatting. We're like, we have to do this again because the last time I caught up with you, it was just Donna, and I've been wanting to have both of you here together. So amazing, amazing, super excited. Okay, I think I'm now calm down to a sensible level of excitement now. So my last time I spoke to you, you were just about to do an epic transition, and turns out last week you're about to embark on another transition. I want updates on that.
Yeah, and it seems like you must be some sort of destiny helper or something, because every time I see you, I'm in a different position and I'm transitioning into something else. And I remember the first time, it was like my first proper job. And then now I'm doing a PhD, so I need to see you again soon, please. That's my next upgrade.
What you see, you just know there's a blessing on its way. But I was joshing about this, saying, okay, your mum's gonna be so proud. You've got Abigall, you just smashed it, your doctor, and you've won like 2 awards recently, like Rising Star, and I saw another one on LinkedIn. I was like, you were on it, and now you're about to go and do a PhD. First of all, tell me what you've been up to, because I've been seeing you everywhere at your school, university you went to, you're setting up this outreach, you're growing SiSTEM. What are you doing?
That's a good question. We are doing a lot.
Yeah.
As you said, we're everywhere. And I think it's because I guess our aim for SiSTEM is support women throughout their journey. So if that means going to a primary school and encouraging young girls and getting them into STEM, then we're there. If it means going to a festival and talking to people who are not in, they're just general public, then we're there. If it's a university encouraging STEM students, we're there. So we're basically everywhere, and which has been really exciting. We've met some amazing people through these events that we've been going to, through the awards we've been winning and attending. And it's just been an amazing 2 years for SiSTEM, but just this past year has just been really amazing, and we're just looking forward to see the next steps as well.
Yeah, you take it to a new level. I saw you've got interns. That was earlier last year. You got interns, and I was seeing the day in the life of your interns, and you're scaling and you're growing. What's the vision? What's the driver here?
I think the vision. Well, this is Abigail's favorite question, but I'll help her out with this one.
Love a vision question.
She loves this saying, it's expansion. We want to be everywhere, wherever you think that you don't think STEM should be there, that's where we'll be. So, as Abigail said, festivals, schools, more schools, like the outreach work that we do is probably like one of my favorite things. And you'll probably ask more about it in a minute, but yeah, outreach work, events. We love the events that we do and the style that we do it in. I think we've now honed in on our brand, and you just know that it's SiSTEM wherever you go and you see us. So we just want to continue growing and just sharing the message that you can look like us and you can be in STEM.
I love that. You said you honed in on your brand. Like I always like stalk people on LinkedIn before any like live or wherever they're on the internet. And I love that, you know, when you're putting all the skills you learned from doing system, you're like marketing, Canva. What have you guys gained from the journey? Like, it's so great you're doing this outreach and you're giving out so much. But what are you gaining from it? Like, what are the skills you're gaining? What are the things that you're experiencing as you're doing this?
Yeah, I think for us it will be two different type of skills because Donna's
Mm,
more on the social media side and the whole branding. For me, it's more about researching. So like already have research skills, but now I'm able to, research unique roles and find people that we need to speak with. Networking skills. I think before System, I didn't know how to network. I found networking very scary. But I'm being able to network and just public speaking in general.
mm,
It's one of those skills where you either hate it or love it. And I never thought I would be the person who'd be like, yes, I will do a public speaking. I thought I would always be running away from public speaking, but through System, I've been able to really hone that skill. And like now I'm like, yeah, bring it on. Like I can
mm,
do it. So I think there's a lot of skills, a lot of confidence has also increased, and just it's just been helping us personally through our personal journey.
mm.
So as much as you said, as much as we're helping others, we're also really like learning new skills and really especially skills that we didn't think that we possessed or
Mm,
we could even have.
mm.
Now we're able to also like really work on those as well.
I love that because I love the fact that when you posted your first keynote and you're like, I just did my first speech and it was really cool. I think it's like that journey of sharing your own development through System
Mm,
that's also really inspiring. And it's that angle as well that you are the inspiration as you're embarking on your journey, as you're growing and developing and gaining those skills. But what are the things that help you kind of navigate things that you thought that I couldn't do? Because I mean, you already said like you never thought you'd to network in the way that you are. You never thought you'd give speeches and public speaking the way that you are. What are the things that helped you kind of navigate those challenges that you'd be like, this is what someone listening to you needs to do to like have that same experience and be successful?
oh, that's
Yeah,
a
good
good question.
question.
Yeah, I think for me, it was I needed to grow my confidence. Like everyone can tell you that you're amazing, but if you don't believe it yourself, like when you go up on these stages and do all these keynote speeches, people can feel that if you're confident or if you're nervous or if you're not. So for me, I had to like sit down and just be like, Donna, you've actually done a lot in your life, and for me to get to this point, yeah, you have to be incredible. Despite all of the barriers in front of me, I was able to break them. And now we're given the key to other girls to do that. And not everybody can do that. So from there, I was like, okay, yeah, my confidence has gone up. And now when I step into rooms, I'm not like, oh, what am I doing here? I'm like, I'm meant to be here.
Oh yeah, I feel like that should be on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm meant to be here. I feel like System t-shirts.
Yes,
Yeah,
soon.
soon coming soon.
I mean, I can't, I actually don't know what you'll do next. Because every time I think they're doing something else, they're somewhere else. It's incredible. So if people want to engage with System and they want you guys to come and speak or, collaborate with, how are people meant to reach out? How is it working? Like, tell us behind the scenes.
Yeah, so people are contacting us in different ways, via LinkedIn, via Instagram, just sending us an email, a message, and we're very quick with the emails. Oh, I should say this, but if there's any delay, sorry, but we're usually very quick with the emails, and yeah, we get back to people through there. So people just contact us, through social media or through via email, and yeah, we're able to have that conversation and have talks and set something up. And yeah, we've been meeting very interesting people, as I said, from like different walks of life, recently we went to a hospital and we had a stand there. So we've been doing very random but very very great stuff where we meet people who not only can help us, but we can help them. So it's I think it's a two-way thing, especially with SiSTEM, that people are helping us, but as much as we're helping people. And I think that's what gives us more joy when we're able to help others, and some random persons also helping us. And I think that's the joy for us.
I love that, like your pink branded community where everyone could just see you everywhere. From like,
you just
I
see the
remember
pink.
your first live event and everyone was wearing pink and the cakes and everything was
Yeah.
incredible. I was like on Instagram, like looking like, oh my God, I'm missing out. It was my dad's birthday, so you know.
Yeah.
But I was
This
like,
year it won't be.
such a good time. I was like, you guys know how to throw an event. I have to ask you guys though, right? You're a medical writer, working full time. Donna's about to embark on a PhD at Loughborough University. Like, you're both working. Like, this is not your full time gig. How do you guys balance it? Like, because like SiSTEM is like everywhere. Like, what's the secret?
Yeah, this is the golden question. Everyone always asks us like, "Oh, how do we do it?" And the truth is, we don't actually know. I think the best thing that we do is share out the
Gatekeeper.
work,
Gatekeeper.
delegate, have a team. The interns really help us out, and yeah, have a good team. If you have a team, you can share out the work, and obviously, if you have a passion for it, you don't really see it as like a second job. It's just you love it, so you would want to do it.
Yeah, and any time that you do want to like give up, or you just feel like, oh no, not this opportunity and things, you just remember all the stories and things that people tell us like, oh, you're so inspirational. I remember we went to an event recently and a 14-year-old came up to us and was like, how do you speak so fluent? And just a comment like that, I just remembered like myself a few years ago, and I was like, wow, I never thought someone would come up and say something like that. So it's those kind of comments and messages that we get from people that really push us and let us continue. So that even though when it gets tough, we're like, no, there's a girl out there that needs our help. So that really pushes us as well.
I love that, because sometimes I guess you do need like that validation that what you're doing really matters, and it is transforming people's lives. It's showing them, like, I remember watching I think it's on your stories actually. You were at university and being like, when people like just what I don't know, it's because you do dress really glamorously. You are really glamorous. I love that. But you showed up as who you are, but you felt like you weren't included in that space. And now you're kind of showing up in all these spaces with your chest out and like, I deserve to be in the spaces, and you're creating representation for other people to be like, yeah, I can be, systems all pink branded that, I can love my pink, I can be as feminine as I want, I can be all these things, I can be Black, a woman in STEM, and I can really like thrive. And I think that's just so incredible. I love, the I guess the authenticity of what you're sharing as well. But are there things that you experience, you're like, oh, you can't share, or you feel like they're things that you're not ready to share, but you think they're really important that people hear and know about too?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just the personal daily challenges. Because obviously everyone sees us as SiSTEM, confident. You see the confident side and things, but we also have our own struggles that we go through, even especially being in the corporate world as well. We still face those struggles every day. But one thing I would say is being part of a community like SiSTEM has really helped us. So though you might go to work and you feel alone, or you might be struggling, and just a few days ago, I did something at work and I didn't think it was great, and then I got a message today that it was good, and I was like, oh, But it's moments like that where you just need that kind of validation and things. But when you look back and have that community around you, they're the ones who spur you on and tell you, when you can't see that you're amazing, someone else can really spur you up. So yeah, I think it's those daily struggles. It's not every day we're gonna come out and say it, but just know that we're humans as well, and we're also, I hope that also comes across, that we also go through our daily struggles as well. But community is gonna get you through, basically.
That's
Yeah, and I have
incredible.
one thing
Donna.
to add.
Yeah,
I think everyone thinks me and Abigail are always besties. Like we fight all the time. We're like
are you
just classic sisters.
We are. Like,
Yeah.
fine?
our
I
marketing
know what
manager will
you
tell
mean.
you this.
I definitely do.
Yeah, we always
Like,
have our little squabbles because we're complete opposites. Even though
Yeah,
we are very alike, but we're also very different as well.
yeah,
But it's funny with SiSTEM, we are able to just manage the arguments. If not,
Yeah.
I think I should get your interns on the team here and actually ask them for the loyalty and what they're really like behind the scenes. But
yeah,
that,
it's
I guess
interesting.
it's the vision that's bringing you guys together. Because I
Exactly.
guess I've got two sisters. Sisters are going to argue.
Yeah.
But it's the vision. You're doing this something much bigger than you, and you're creating sisterhood and community in this incredible way that you get to tap into too. But actually, you're creating it for everyone else, which is so cool. What is the key thing if you're like looking at the future of SiSTEM that you want to hit, or do you have any milestones, like anything that you're like that's on your vision board? I'd love a vision board. Like, is anything on your vision board for SiSTEM?
Yeah, I mean, as Donna said before, like for me, it's the expansion. So if we, go international, if we're able to reach a girl in a village and tell her our story, and
Yes.
tell her, about our jobs and things like that, then that's made my life. So I guess yeah, that is expansion, and also just being able to. I always say, if we can help one girl, we've done our job. So for me, it's not about the numbers, but it's more about the impact that we're making. And sometimes you don't see it today, but it might take a time. But years time, if someone came up to me and was like, "Oh, I'm now, I don't know, a medical doctor, or I'm now a pharmacist because of your story," that's definitely our dream. And I guess that's where our motto, two sisters, one dream, comes in. So.
Oh, and what's next on your individual journey? Like, what are the things that you want out of your own careers? I know, obviously, Donna's just about to start a PhD. She's chasing you. She's chasing you. You want to be
Literally at uni right now.
your introduction earlier on today. I
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
just on milestone day. I'm just saying, milestone day.
Honestly.
Better put time with me in your calendar whenever you want something like to pop up. I'm just saying. But what is the ambition? Because you were explaining a bit about what your PhD was looking at. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Okay. So my PhD basically is in gender equity in STEM, and we're at like the beginning stages of building a project that hopefully can add to the knowledge. Now I've done my induction and stuff. Before I had like this big vision of like changing the society with it, but I realized that your PhD is just like a tear in the what's the word? Just a teardrop in the big ocean. So I am now looking at it in the perspective of adding knowledge to just the lack of knowledge in gender and STEM. So we know that there's not a lot of women in STEM. We know that there's those statistics, and I'll be looking at reasons why and exclusives for you guys. I'm gonna focus on STEM education because we went to the House of Commons like a couple of weeks ago with Stemet, and there was a really interesting I know I just slid that in
I
there.
love how you just dropped that in there. Okay, Carry on, Donna. House of Commons a couple of
A
weeks ago.
really interesting conversation about STEM education and not having representation of females and let alone black females. So it'd be really interesting to see how that affects, like if we do add these representatives into the curriculum, would that encourage girls to go into science, or are we just saying it to say it? So yeah, that's where my project is going right now. Post my project and when I become Dr. Donna, I would like to go back into industry. Either go back into industry and work as maybe like a policy advisor within like the STEM sector, STEM education. Because although I say I hate kids, yeah, I really do love them. Yeah, I love you guys. And if I'm not doing that, then I would like to continue in academia and see if I can mix like science communication and my engineering knowledge and come up with a module because there is a lack of knowledge in science communication. I see a lot of students. I'm like, oh, I could help you out with that. So hopefully I could, maybe become a lecturer one day, following your steps. This is
That's
actually
a
quite
Donna.
scary.
I think you'd be a fantastic lecturer. And I think you've got a real passion for it. And all of the things you're doing really align with your SiSTEM vision. It feels like everything just
falling
But I
into
guess that's
place.
what happens when you're living in your purpose, right? It feels like you
Yeah.
found the thing that you're meant to be doing. And I'm
Yeah.
very excited to check in on where this goes and what you're doing
Yeah.
next and how that journey goes, and to be part of that support network. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure the same thing. I mean, I don't know what the stats are, but I'm guessing it must be challenging in that space of academia too, that representation and that community. So just making sure that you're supported in that. But I mean, you got Dr. A there, your flank, he's done it before. But what's next for you, Abby? I mean, what is it that you want to do next?
Yeah, I want to continue growing in my medical writing, because uh, about 3 years ago, I didn't even know medical writing existed. So so I really want to explore more of that, and yeah, just grow in in medical writing, because it's weird. It merges my two passions together, or even three: communication, science, and then also writing. so so it's basically like the perfect role for me. So yeah, I would really love to grow into that, become more senior with that. And then I also, because as I said, my passion is writing. So hopefully, I would write a book soon. Um,
Exclusive, exclusive.
very
I'm
exclusive.
getting hot tea today. Literally. I'm excited. So what will your book be looking at?
Wow,
What's your proposal?
it's nothing to do with science. So
Yeah.
it's actually a fiction book. Yeah. So yeah, watch this space. Yeah.
Oh,
So
are we not going to
if I can fit
watch
it in.
it? Is
Pardon?
are you working in anymore? What kind? What kind
Yeah,
of
exactly.
fiction? Are
Give
we
us a
looking
little.
YA? Are we looking, was it fantasy? Is it thriller? Come on, you
Okay, I'll
can't
give
just
a
like, no.
little.
Yeah, give me
I'll give a
something
little
else. What is
exclusive.
it?
I don't even know what kind of it, it goes into. It's not a thriller, because that's my favorite kind of thing. But I would say it's more of a. Okay, I'll give you the synopsis. It's basically two catfishes that fall in love.
I already am like that. Tapping card vigorously.
So I
That
don't
sounds
even know
so
where it
good.
sits, but
I'm
hopefully when
so
people read it,
excited about
they'll know where it sits in. But yeah, it's been a dream of mine since I was 11. So hopefully I can fit it in with everything that goes on.
you have to put it in. Like, dreams are there to guide us, and we cannot ever, ever, ever give up on our dreams,
Yeah.
because there's someone there waiting to make, like, they're waiting for the thing that we're going to make, produce, bring out in the world. So we gotta gestate that baby. We gotta birth it. We gotta take it out from here to reality, because reality needs it. If you dream it, it needs it. That's
Yeah.
the kind of chooses that. I can't wait to read it. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you both. I feel like a little,
Thank
because I'm getting
you.
to see everything you do, and like when I get a chat to you, I'm like, ah, it's amazing. I'm so excited. So,
What's next
okay.
for you? Before you move
Yeah.
on, what's next for you?
Oh, make it an actual mutual conversation. I like this. For me, it's the Get Coach app.
Mhm.
I've never been more passionate about something in my, don't tell anyone that, in my life. I mean, I'm passionate about a lot of things. I blame my neurodivergent perspective and like going from 0 to 1 million on something overnight. But I'm really passionate about this. It just feels like it's a golden thread
Mhm.
through all of my life journey so far. Like, I've been obsessed with self-development and growth. How can I be my best self? How can I enable other people to do that? And it's always about finding whatever tool I can to have a positive impact on the world, be it engineering, be it presenting, be it, politics, be it charity work, like whatever thing like my hand will find, I will do good with it. But this one feels like it's been a long time coming. It's been there. The seed of the idea is like, you've been reading these books since you're a child. These books have helped you become who you are. You then coaching other people to help other people be who they are. Then you realizing you're time poor, but you want to help everyone on maths. You're writing the book, coaching book, but then actually people need a practical tool all the time in this epidemic of loneliness, lack of community, lack of maybe the inclusion of neurodivergent minds. And this is the thing now. It's like the offering to help the world, and the next thing in my journey to live life on purpose.
Aw.
So I'm very excited about it. It's launching shortly. So that's very exciting. I think that's my biggest passion at the moment. And of course, I'm loving doing all the kids' TV that I'm getting to do, which is
Mhm.
super fun. I love getting kids' messages, well, their parents' message. Kids don't message me about that too. We get me trouble. But sending messages, and I get to like
Mhm.
send them little messages in the post and like little postcards about engineering, and like send it to them and make them happy. Like it's a really, really fruitful way of like feeling like, first of all, I'm doing something I'm good at, I'm doing something I enjoy, and I'm making a positive impact. And isn't that what we're all trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's been such fun to catch up. We have to do these more regularly, I
Yeah,
think.
we do.
We do.
And of course, it'd be good to see how things are going. Maybe do another one in a few months' time when PhD's settling in and we have more law on the book.
Yeah, let's see. I'm on chapter 10 now, so let's see how far I'll get.
That's not enough. Like, that's really finished. Publishing by Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
maybe.
no promises, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
The Christmas present to the world. I love that. I love actually how multifaceted you both are.
Thank you.
I was like any of the Wednesday wisdoms on people sharing their wisdoms, but I have a question before that because you guys are so multifaceted. How do you guys bring that together? And feel that sense of alignment in what you're doing all the time. Because when Donna speaks, everything aligns. When you speak, everything aligns. But you're all such broad people. Like, if there's a tidbit there, I would love to know more about that.
I'll give this one to Abigail.
Oh, well, I was going to give it to you, but
For you.
it's weird. I don't see everything I do, I don't see them separately.
Mm.
So, for example, my job, I do see it like system kind of evolving because I'm, encouraging people, I'm telling people about my job and all that. And then the skills that I use in my job, I'm also using it for
Mm.
system. Even with like writing, I would say that it's still part of my job. So everything kind of goes together. So especially if I'm learning a skill in one area, it's not to waste. Like I'm not just using it for just one thing. I can use it
Mhm.
across all my interests. And so I
Yeah.
like to see myself in it as like, yeah, I'm one person, but I do different things and they all come together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if I see it like that, it's better. If not, I'm gonna just get so stressed out because
Yeah.
it feels like I'm just doing too much and I'm just one
Mm.
person. And as Donna said earlier, like just having that team around. I think
Mm.
if there was just if it was just me by myself,
Mm.
I don't think I don't think we would have got this far. But having Donna beside me, having our team, our
Aw.
marketing manager Rhonda, like it was everyone's just been godsend, and we all have
Yeah.
the same vision, which really helps us. So I just
Mm.
think also having that support system around
Hmm.
has really just helped. If not, yeah,
I
it wouldn't
have a
be what
follow-up
you're seeing.
question on that because you've talked about the team, the vision, the Rhonda, the marketing, the interns. What do you think is the secret to building a team around you in that community? Because it seems to be a theme for you both.
Mm.
But what is actually the thing that allows that to happen, or do you have the secret sauce on building that team?
I think the biggest secret is start small. Yeah, now that we have like over like 20 interns, we started with just Rhonda, me, Edgar, and just Rhonda. Once we got that strong foundation, then we were able to see the gaps in skills that we missed, and then we got our interns. A lot of people think, oh, you need like 10 people to start something. Start by yourself, add one person, because it's really hard to manage people. You can get all the people in the world, but to get them to answer your text is another wahala. So you need to be smart about it. So
Yeah.
start with one person, build that trust, build that relationship with the person, then expand.
Yeah, that's really good advice. I just wanted to pull the wisdoms out of you. I know you have some hot things to tell me. So, if there was one final wisdom you'd say you learned, especially for you, Donna, because you've been here before, a reflection from when we were last speaking, and for you, Abby, um, anything that really comes to mind, what would those wisdoms be? I know, Abby, you can go first.
I would say in everything, just do it. SiSTEM, when we first started it, or when the idea came, we were like, we're not the people to do this. And if we continue to stay in that mindset, it wouldn't be what it is today.
Mm.
So, when a vision comes to you, when you have a dream, just start it. Start it, whether it's small, whether it's big, whether you know it or not. Never think that you're not the person to do it because you are more than capable to do it. So I think that's something that I've really learned, and I need to continue to believe in myself more, and you know, we thank God for all these awards and stuff. You know, it's nice to get awards,
Yeah.
but the main, yeah, it's lovely. Like, I never won anything in my life before. So once someone's getting these awards, I'm like, me? But like getting
Yes, you.
yes, but getting the awards has made me see, you know, made me my confidence increase and made me see what other people are seeing that I'm not seeing. So I think just believing in yourself can really take you far. So yeah, keep on believing in yourself and just do it. Yeah, I'll just say whatever it is, start it today.
Yeah. If you've got anyone listening, if you've got the vision, you've got to do it. Maybe that's it. If you've got the vision, that means you're capable of doing it, and you'll learn on the job, right?
That's true.
What about you?
Abigail stole mine. I'm gonna have to make another one out. Yeah, I think just to add to what Abigail's saying, start today and don't think about, oh, I don't have the funds to start whatever idea I have. Start with what you have, and then it will grow. And do talk to people, use your network, build a network. And yeah, there's so many people who have the ability to help you around you. With SiSTEM, I remember the picnic we had. We used the aunties from church to help us out with the food and all of that. So use the communities that you have around you. Join communities, join SiSTEM, and yeah.
So that's incredible. And I like that note on community. And something I really reflect on a lot after we went to last week's event, because that seemed to be the theme of everything. So I guess on that ending note, find your community, stay in community. And I can't wait to carry on being in community with you both. It's been so much fun. It's been so much fun chatting to you guys today. Give me so much energy.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you so much for having us.
Finally.
Thank God it worked.
Trying to defeat us, but no, not today. It's today we're talking. So I'm so happy, and good luck with everything in your PhD. We need a lot of, your community with a rant to and vent to. We're all here for you.
Thank
And
you
of course,
so
can't
much.
wait for the book. Dr. A, don't forget, December. Christmas present to the world.
Yeah.
I've put that date in your calendar now. It's done. So thank you so much, and we'll speak again soon. But thank you for joining Wednesday Wisdom.
Everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.